What's up, everybody? We have a lot to unpack in tonight's video, kind of, I think. I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible. You guys know how I do things. It's a no BS approach to the stock market. I am a mentor on WeTrade HQ, and that's going to be relevant into tonight's topic. We are going to talk about Jason Bond and the Raging Bull situation. I did get an email. Now more than ever, we are asking you to voice your support for Raging Bull. First, let's get this over with. I made a video yesterday. You guys know I'm doing a 1 month giveaway to the mentorship up until Christmas. I'm doing a video every day, and there's rules to what you need to comment down below to be picked. Last night's video right here, and winner, congrats, was to just comment down below, give me something fun to read, and this is going to be a random comment generator pick. So I did pick that. Philip Chan, you are the winner. Congrats, surfing. Don, the Don man surfing with Dan on those. Appreciate you. Anyway, send me a direct message, screenshot YouTube channel. Send it to me direct message on Discord, so I can get you in there. Welcome. Also on tonight's video, if you guys are watching this, it is December 19th. Anyway, tomorrow I'll be going over tonight's random comment generator from tonight's video. So let's get back into the Raging Bull. This is going to be a fun day we're going to talk about here as far as QQQ. So YouTube probably doesn't know this, right? My mentorship has talked about it a little bit. In the beginning, I actually signed up for Raging Bull a year. Now, I will never give my opinion on something, right, unless I can share my experience. It irks me to death when someone can just come out here and give your opinion. Like the internet has enough of opinions. Thank you. Just shut your mouth. We don't need to hear it. Unless you've actually walked that walk, I personally don't want to hear it. I think you're just wasting time just destroying oxygen, right? Just shut up if you want my opinion. So what I did was I bought a year's worth, right? And I shared it with the mentorship group. And it started off strong, as in, let's follow this, let's keep up to date, let's keep it in the conversation, because there's a lot of scams going on, right? If you got a flashy car, if you know how to market yourself, you can do this. And let's not be honest. So Jason Bond, there's a Jason Bond. Who's the other guy? There's Kyle. We'll get to him in a second. The other one, the genius. Is that Jason Bond? Anyway. He was a teacher. Now he's millions and millions, and he's a genius. Now, first of all, you guys don't know how a genius's brain works. That's kind of what attracted me. Like, well, that's kind of interesting. He's the only one saying that. You can't just study and be a genius, right? To put it in your terms so you guys understand, you guys might read things line by line, where a genius will look at something in like an exploded view. It's how your brain breaks things down. They often have a different point of view. Their style is very different from everyone else. It's not a popularity contest. That's why geniuses are often weird. Right? They're different from everyone else. So, that being said, I was like, well, that's cool. This kind of seems like a scam, though, because he started doing this, I'm going to give you one trade a week designed to make you 100%. I'm like, that's ridiculous, but sure, go for it. Their options plays. And then Kyle had the top stocks plays. I think I watched a couple of his, and I think the first one he came out was Tilray, I think. Tilray or TLT. Anyway, he's like, bought it at this price, closed it, didn't know there was earnings today. Like, well, hang on a second. First of all, why are you in this and you know nothing? You didn't even know what earnings was. Like, that was a little alarming. Closes it, has a green earnings, gets back in the next day, and then it goes down. So, spoiler alert, the reason we quit following these and why it was such a waste of time to even talk about, they gave you a call out every week. Now, one was actually, I say two of them were right, because one was right. The other one was like, I'm not entirely sure about this, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, because literally everyone else has been wrong. They either A, jumped in and lost money, B, it was like a price anyone would buy it at. He's like, all right, I'm going to buy this at this price. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cuss, but he comes out and is like, oh, I'm going to buy Amazon if it gets to $1,600 a day. Amazon's trading at $3,200. Like, it's a ridiculous price like that. And it would just never fill. And people in my mentorship group, they were even, like, monitoring this, like, paper trading, because they wanted to see just what this hype is all about. And let's get into the emails, by the way. You can see this is when I joined my receipt for the year. Look at how many emails you get. Now, you'll watch me. These are the ones I've read. You just start. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to delete them as they would come in, and then, but you just get a billion with a B emails. Look at all these. It's one trade a week. Just give me the trade. Shut up. It's supposed to be, for a 100% for a week. Hey, is this the QQQ? October 26th. We're going to go over that one. You want to talk about why I think he absolutely sucks and knows nothing about trading. This is 100% gave it away. We had this talk in the mentorship group. There was one trade before this. Wasn't SPCE. Man, let me see if I can remember it. Wasn't Zoom. I thought it had a C in there, which I know SPCE does. Before that. Wasn't DD. It was a fat L. I mean, just a straight loss on this thing. Got in. Now, you always know when he got in because you'll see another email like, oh, I got in at this price. Man, the FTC really kind of beat me to this because I had all this put together. I was going to make a giant slideshow telling you guys this guy is 1,000% worse than Trevor Milton with Nikola. Scam. I can, with my experience, tell you that I think, in my opinion, without a doubt, if you were a new trader, didn't know what you were talking about, you jumped in and followed these guys, you blew your account. You lost money slowly or you lost it all at once. Either way, toast. You didn't make enough to even break even. Man, which one was it? It was a... I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I didn't find the other email before. Maybe it was Cat? It's not ringing a bell. Nikola. Maybe it was SPCE. Anyway, stock completely. He buys puts, right? Hey guys, buy puts. This thing's going to crash. Thing just goes to the moon. Takes a loss. Now, I get an email about, hey, not everyone's a winner. The pick yourself up speech, we all know that speech. Like, oh, we'll do better next time. Don't worry about one loss. Losses happen. Red days are a thing. While a member of mine in my mentorship gets a completely different email. This email comes up and it's the exact same ticker. Exact same ticker on the same day. This stock, while he buys puts, blows up, goes up, and it says, look how much money we made on this exact same ticker. And I was like, that polar opposites. He's buying puts, loses his rear end. Options contract goes to zero. Toast. It's not coming back. That's how bad this was. Now, if you actually look at the email and zoom in on the charts, you'll see it was actually a trade from 2019. But if you're new and you're part of the advertising, you get the advertisement, you're not in there, you're thinking, this ticker really blew up. He took advantage. He made thousands on it. You go look at the ticker. You see it's up for the day. Like, I don't care if you're not lying. That is a scam, and everybody knows it. 1,000%. So to give you guys my support for Raging Bull, because I've been watching you guys for a year, to give you my honest support and opinion, there's not a winner in here. Period. Not the stocks, not the options, zero. And if you guys... First of all, jump in here and prove to me any one of these are right. You guys were wrong. The most consistent out of anyone I've ever seen. I've seen scams do way better than you guys. I've seen people that, there's always the most popular scam is to sign up to a bunch of alert services and then say you're the stock genius and just kind of copy and paste everybody. Even half of those sometimes are right. You got someone behind the wheel over there saying something good. All of these, wrong. You either lost money or it never happened. So you got a full-blown trade. Here's what the email looks like. So for this week's bullseye trade, I'm going in AMGN, morning trade or whatever. So it gives you the actual contract by the April 24th, 2020, 220 call around 560. I can tell you right now that contract probably opened up at $7 or higher. So of course I'd buy 50 of those. In fact, I would, if I could, put that on margin and buy those. Right? If I knew that if that contract was filling, it was a losing trade, or if that price would fill, of course I'd buy it. I'd mortgage my house and buy it like I was mad at Bitcoin. Right? Because that's how ridiculous these prices are. You're going to open this trade, and I promise, you'll see either that contract, like in any one of these, by the way, that will be at like $8. Or it'll be right there. It'll fill, and you know it's a loser. Like, that's how confident I am in this. So tell me his name. Jeff Bishop, that's who it is. That's the genius. Now, he's a genius, right? He's a marketing genius, wasting time just sending me 9 million emails. And even on his website, I think somewhere on there, even like he said he's made millions from the stock market. He's made millions from selling the course, not millions trading. So you got to watch out for the wording. He's made millions selling you guys a course. So, absolute crap. Now, I don't come on YouTube. Again, you guys know my opinion, right? The internet has enough bad opinions. You have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. This is 1,000% a scam. Let's go back to... I don't want to just... There we go. I just want to keep these pulled up. I want you to see my whole million emails. Where's October 26th? This is when I quit watching. I joked about this in the mentorship group because this was the most basic psychological trade you could have ever taken in your life. This showed me he knew nothing about trading. It was October 26th. It was QQQ. I had a full-blown, I had to have a whole talk with my mentorship group about everything. If you knew how to trade, here's the bullseye trade for the week, QQQ. We jump over here to QQQ. It was to buy, let's be clear, calls. Added, right? Added. Closed part of QQQ. Here's what he did. Bought QQ. Now he waits for QQQ, buys it, adds it, closes it. He literally is averaging down, and then the next email is how he took a loss. Had you held those, add, the next day they actually would have been profitable. Now, if you held those, they were going out. But all you did was like, oh my gosh, and sell at the bottom. You're right as the trend changed, start selling at the bottom, and then the next day was green. And we were watching the futures overnight, so that's why I had the whole talk with the mentorship group. So okay, I'm super bullish Qs. They're gonna go to the moon. Buy. I'm wrong. Sell, take a loss. That's like take your money and run for the hills because you have no idea what you're doing. That intraday made a little bull flag. Maybe thought it was just a giant bear flag. Maybe he wasn't watching the futures and understands how that works. This, if you watch that intraday, told you everything you needed to know about who he was as a trader and how much he actually doesn't know at all. It's one of the most basic trades you could have just lost. I don't know how that was even a thing. Why did you just add on in a contract that probably wasn't really that good? 281. Where are we at? This was when he bought it. It was at 284. I forget what the calls were. About 285 calls for 640. So that contract is getting worse and worse as it sells off. What was this trade plan? Doesn't have one. Per this morning's email. Oh, that was just the one where he bought it. Bought QQ. Oh, bullseye trade of the week. I didn't even read his plan. I just saw how stupid it was. The whole add-on. I love this setup into a big week of earnings. I don't think tech is going to disappoint us. So for the whole week, you don't think tech's going to disappoint it, and you give it the first open, you're like, I'm out. Wait a minute, what? What earnings was Monday? What earnings had you so worried that you just cut it all out Monday? God, you're just ridiculous. Oh, spicy and mid. This is because they weren't filling, by the way. So he started giving like a couple contracts, like one of these will fill. Absolute crap, and it showed everything I needed to know right here inside that. So if you guys want my support, or you guys want my honest opinion of Raging Bull, that whole faction, whatever they are, you'll get 9 trillion emails. If I don't like you and you spam me, I'm gonna sign you up for their service. Like, not for the actual service, I'm just gonna put your email in there. Let that do the rest. You'll get 30 emails a day. They don't know anything about what they're talking about. Someone does some Petra picks, something like that. Everyone on their website, I don't trust a single one of them. I've never seen a decent play out of any one of them. And I've been in it for almost a year now. I was going to do a whole year so I can put this all together for you. The FTC actually beat me to it because they shut them down. They're suing them for millions. And, man, if you fell for any of this, I feel sorry for you. I really do, 100%. If you fell for their learn how to trade the markets, let me just learn from them let me copy them while you learn from yourself. Again, guys, the whole copying thing, if you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know what you're doing, you can't translate. Even if I say, hey, buy this, You have no idea what I'm thinking in my head. You have no idea what I want to see, how I want it to work, and you can't get out. By the time you hear me say I got out, it's probably already too late. These call-out services, they don't work. If they did work, you wouldn't hear about it through advertising. That's I haven't had it. I've never paid for a single ad. If it's something actually ever works, they don't have to pay anyone to tell you, right? If it's just so fire, you're going to find out. I promise. So the fact that they had to pay to advertise, say, hey, I promise I'm good, should be your first red flag. If they pay for ads, why? I thought you were good. Any ad you guys see, ask yourself that. Why did this person have to pay to tell me he's good? So anyway, I didn't want to get too fired up on that. This whole situation actually got me fired up with how incredibly terrible you are. I mean, even a 50-50 shot, you should have been better just by luck. That's how bad they were. I would have to actually go out and try to be bad. I would have to go out and try not to be right to have the same accuracy as these guys. This is my opinion and my experience. Actual experience that I paid money for inside this group. So I'll leave that for you guys there. That's my opinion on the whole, every bit of that. I'm flying in private planes. I'm eating lunch in a closed down restaurant. I'm in a hangar. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm sure someone fell for it because you made millions off of it. So anyway, guys, let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to be in the mentorship that I have. Anyway, random comment generator for tomorrow. If you guys ever want to know about my mentorship, don't ask me. Ask somebody already in it who's in your shoes, and you'll get a real opinion. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, 1 hour after Futures Open. I go live Sunday and Wednesday night to talk about what the market did, what I wanted to do, what's coming up next, and I will see you then.